Okay, so not sure how this is going to work with the reflections, but this is the control panel for the microwave oven. That's the on button. And at this point, I've got a press button choice of what to select of its functions. A microwave combi. It just accepted my touch of microwave combi, and it's now showing you that the microwave combi can be with a 4D hot air, as in fan forced oven, working alongside. If I see the light blue line highlighting there, now the light blue line is highlighting the wattage. So I use the dial to change it to 180 watt or 90 watt or all the way up. Well, see, it's now telling me that in combination microwave oven, the maximum microwave strength can be 360 watts. And if I press here, I've now got control over the degrees. Now, this isn't basic oven function. This has gone straight into microwave oven function. And I would normally do the carrot cakes at about 140 degrees on 180 watts and this is the tricky one. I've got to keep doing this to get it up to being an hour. So that's the most potentially annoying aspect of this, and that is the use of the dial to select a timing for the microwave to operate. So I've just set that up for microwave oven combination function. So now if I come across here and press start, it's now heating the oven up, and this little set of buttons will come across and tell me how hot the oven is. Once the oven's up to temperature, these blue dots will complete all the way under the 140 degrees. So that's a very quick rundown on how I set it up for microwave oven. If I turn that off now, if I turn it back on again and go into the menu and select microwave, it now is highlighting that side of the screen, and I'm using this dial to select the wattage. 600 watts maximum, which I think is about 900, or 360 or 180 for an amount of minutes. At this stage it's 1 minute. So that this oven works really good with microwave function, that you're selecting manually as a backup for what I expect would sit above being a replacement easy one-touch microwave. So the microwave on this works really well. That's now microwaving for 1 minute. And it's got a little line there that tells me how long it goes through the minute. It isn't one of the sensor versions. We could get a sensor version that costs a lot more. I'm happy that the oven is capable of manual microwave abilities, which is there as a microwave as a backup, which I don't find too hard. I'll just put something in for a minute, selecting whether if I want to melt butter, it's at 180 watt, or if I want to heat something up, it's at 600 watts. I tend not to use the maximum. I tend to do it at a minute at a time, a little bit manually, and I'm not really that worried about the auto function. So I figure all of the microwave functions of this will help it be a better oven, but be your backup microwave when you've in fact got a replacement one-touch functional microwave above it. So that's just microwaved at 180 watts for a minute. The normal oven, it defaults to the normal oven, which is 4D hot air. It could be a cool start function, a plate warming function, a keep warm function, a bottom heat function, a low temperature cooking function. So according to the dial, there's a lot of preset, whether it's just the top element, the bottom element, whether it's fan forced, not fan forced, and they're easily accessible by scrolling through the options. I'm coming back to, well, that's top and bottom heat. The 4D hot air is your standard fan forced, which would be the normal way you'd use the oven. And then across to select the temperature. Once again, you're selecting the temperature with the dial. So that's the only fiddly element that if I turn it off and turn it on again, it's going to default to fan forced oven at 160 degrees. Once you pick your degrees, it might be 180 you want, then this button here is the timer. So if you want fan forced at 180 degrees, you can now tell it that you want it. And once again, here's the manual. It started at 30 minutes. I'm dialing it up to 51 minutes and I'm saying start. So it's coming up to heat, and then in here the timer is already ticking down from the 51 minutes I selected. So there's quite manually set but easily operable timing functions and temperature set functions that you can use. The only thing I want you to be happy with is using the dial to set temperatures and using the dial to set the timer.